Today we're getting into something that I think a lot of parents out there are going to want to hear about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at the Genevieve Ryan Dance Academy,
Okay.
GRDA, and they have a really interesting approach to teaching dance to little kids,
Like, how little are we talking?
like really little,
Okay.
3 to 6.
Wow, that's pretty young to be learning like a structured activity like dance.
Right, and that's kind of what we're going to be looking at in this deep dive.
Cool.
So if you're listening and you're thinking about signing your kid up for dance class, or maybe you just, you're interested in how these early activities can really affect kids in the long run, this one's for you.
Sounds interesting.
So one of the things that really stood out to me when I was looking through GRDA's materials is this idea that starting dance so young isn't really about, creating professional dancers right away.
Right.
It's more about giving them
A base.
Yeah.
Like a foundation.
Like a foundation for if they want to get into dance later. Exactly. Any style of dance later on, they'll have all these skills that they developed when they were tiny.
Yeah, because like when you're 3 to 6, you're not really...
You're not training for the bull shorts.
Yeah, you're not training for anything specific, really. It's just like helping them
Develop.
Yeah, and GRDA even talks about some specific skills that dance can help with, like coordination, obviously, but also things like creativity and confidence and even discipline.
I thought that was really interesting because, you think about dance and you think about physical development, right?
Right.
But they really emphasize how it goes beyond just the physical.
So how do they explain that? Like, how does dance help with those things?
Well, with coordination, for example, they talk about how it helps kids develop body awareness.
Body awareness.
Yeah. Spatial reasoning.
Yeah.
Like understanding where they are in space.
Yeah.
And rhythm.
Oh, that makes sense.
And that all comes through movement.
Yeah. I guess when you're learning dance steps, you really have to pay attention to where your body is and how you're moving.
Exactly. And it's not just rote memorization either. There's a lot of creativity involved.
Right. And that's where the confidence comes in, I guess.
Yeah. GRDA talks a lot about self-expression through dance, encouraging kids to explore their own ideas and emotions through movement.
So it's not just about learning a routine. It's about
finding their own voice.
Finding their own voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Even if they're not, the most outgoing kid, they can still find a way to express themselves through dance.
And that can build confidence.
Absolutely.
What about discipline? I mean, 3-year-olds aren't exactly known for their focus.
Right. But GRDA approaches it in a way that's age appropriate.
Okay.
Think about it. Learning a dance routine, even a simple one, requires listening, paying attention, following directions, cooperating with others.
That's true.
And those are skills that are useful everywhere, not just in a dance class.
Yeah, like in school or even just at home.
Exactly.
Sure.
And of course, you can't forget about the social aspect of dance.
Right, being in a class with other kids.
Yeah. GRDA really emphasizes that even young children can learn to communicate, cooperate, and build friendships through dance.
So it's like a well-rounded activity that touches on so many different areas of development.
It really is.
Yeah.
And they have all these different classes to cater to different ages and interests.
Like what?
Well, they have one called Happy Feet, which I thought was just adorable.
Happy Feet.
Yeah. And it's all about introducing kids to different styles of movement in a really fun and engaging way.
Like what kind of styles?
They do a little bit of everything. Musical theater, jazz, hip-hop, even yoga and gymnastics.
Wow, that's a lot to pack into one class.
It is, but they make it work. It's all very play-based.
Yeah, so they're not drilling technique into these little kids.
No. It's more about exposing them to a wide range of movement styles and letting them explore and have fun.
That makes sense. I mean, at that age, it's all about keeping them engaged.
Exactly. And then for the kids who are really interested in ballet, they have 2 different programs.
Okay.
One is called Twinkle Toes,
Yeah.
which is for ages 3 to 5. Right. And that one uses a lot of imaginative play and storytelling to introduce the basics of ballet.
So they're pretending to be fairies or something while they're learning the steps.
Exactly. And then when they get a little older, they can move into the prep and primary ballet program, which is for ages 5 and 6.
And that one's more structured.
A little bit, yeah. It lays the groundwork for a more formal ballet training if they decide to continue with it.
So it's like a stepping stone.
Exactly.
So it sounds like GRDA has really thought about how to make dance beneficial for kids of all ages.
They really have.
Yeah.
It's not just about teaching them steps. It's about helping them develop a whole range of skills that will help them in all areas of their lives.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, what activities did we do as kids that helped us develop those same skills?
Right. Like what sparked our creativity or helped us build confidence?
It's something to think about for sure, and maybe something we can all learn from when we're interacting with kids today.
Absolutely.
Great deep dive.
Thanks. I think so too.
I learned a lot
Me too.
about what these little kids are doing out there.
Amazing what they can accomplish, right,
Yeah,
at such a young age.
totally agree.
Well, on that note, I think we're going to wrap it up here.
Sounds good.
Thanks for joining me,
Thanks for having me.
and we'll catch you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.